Let's get started now with our top story tonight. The tragedy in Madhya Pradesh is still unfolding. More than 100 lives have been lost. This tragedy, of course, erupted on the same day that for once the system could pat itself on the back and say, a job well done. Thanks to an extremely efficient evacuation of lakhs of people, making it perhaps the single largest movement of human beings in 24 hours, the Odisha government was well placed in deriving satisfaction from the fact that it was more or less able to kill the impact of the cyclone. But elsewhere in Madhya Pradesh, if nature's wrath had been fought by India, a man-made tragedy was taking its toll. The tragedy now is being compounded by the tragedy of politics.
25-member Kushwaha family from Zakoria village had come to Ratangarh temple on Sunday to offer prayers to the goddess on Navami. The family had no idea what was in store for them. 4 members of the family were killed in the stampede and 10 sustained serious injuries.
कितने लोग थे और उस समय कहाँ पे थे? पुल पे थे?
हाँ सर, पुल पे थे हम।
तो कैसे जान बचाई अपनी?
सर हम उस ग्रिल के करके आ गए, उसी से फिर कुछ लोग हमारे दब चुके थे, फिर हम साड़ी लेकर नीचे उतरे, फिर साड़ी ले गए, फिर हमने खींचा चढ़कर, फिर हम इन्हें भी साड़ी से पकड़कर लेकर नीचे आए, वो बच्ची को भी।
Mangal's wife Asha is shattered. She lost her 2-year-old son in the stampede. Survivors allege that it was the police that spread the rumors that the bridge was about to collapse.
On this bridge on Sunday morning, over 109 people lost their lives and 82 got injured in the stampede, which has now become a major embarrassment for the Madhya Pradesh government and the administration.
Government help to the survivors came too late. Many victims had to hire their own ambulance to reach the hospital.
आप लोग फिर अस्पताल तक कैसे आए? इतने सारे लोग घायल थे, 4 मर गए, आपके कैसे आए आप लोग?
अब सब और अपनी व्यवस्था से आए।
पुलिस ने मदद नहीं करी?
नहीं, कोई मदद नहीं। वहाँ तो 2 घंटे बाद 3 घंटे बाद पुलिस पहुंची है।
But the grief of the victims does not stop our politicians from indulging in a petty blame game.
कि मध्य प्रदेश को भी देखना चाहिए कि किस तरह से उनकी जनता भी सुरक्षित हो। हमने तो लाखों लोगों को सुरक्षित किया, लेकिन ये 50 लोगों को भी सुरक्षित नहीं कर पाए।
Not just carelessness, the opposition Congress is also accusing the BJP government of corruption.
200 रुपए लेकर नो एंट्री जोन में जाने की इजाजत दी, जिसकी वजह से घटना हुई है। दोषी व्यक्तियों के खिलाफ तत्काल कार्रवाई होना चाहिए।
The BJP put the allegations down to cheap politics.
With the Madhya Pradesh government responding in time, for the Congress to go on having their usual glib talk in order to point towards some direction or to perform a duty without looking at the fundamentals of what went wrong there is typical of the Congress.
But the state BJP spokesperson himself admitted to lapses.
कहीं ना कोई त्रुटि हुई है, चूक हुई है, और मैंने माननीय मुख्यमंत्री से अनुरोध भी किया है कि इसके ऊपर ध्यान देना चाहिए।
Despite the tragedy, 8,000 people visited the temple today. In India, life and politics just go on. With Siddharth Ranjan Das in Datia, Rohit Rajan for NDTV.
And now let's take you to our political punch tonight. Is this a tragedy that's being compounded by the tragedy of politics? The Congress wants to take the credit in Odisha while demanding the resignation of the Chief Minister in Madhya Pradesh. Is this the politics over dead bodies and lives saved? Let's introduce our panel this evening. With us in the studio, senior leader of the Congress party, also someone who's been 2-time Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh, Digvijay Singh. Also with us in the studio, Nirmala Sitharaman. She's of course a senior leader and spokesperson for the BJP. Joining us tonight from Bhubaneswar, somebody who can actually derive some genuine satisfaction at the lakhs of lives saved, is Jay Panda of the Biju Janata Dal. Let me start with you, Digvijay Singh. Some would say this is a moment of national grieving, at least what's happened in Madhya Pradesh. The BJP is right to say that this was a national disaster, what happened, and after all, it's not the first time this has happened. 1,000 lives in India have been lost in the last 10 years in similar temple tragedies. Was this the moment for the Congress to jump on literally the graves of people and say, Chief Minister resign, while patting yourself on the back for Odisha?
First of all, let me compliment the Indian Meteorological Department for correctly predicting the cyclone, the intensity of cyclone and the direction of cyclone. and also compliment the government of Odisha and Andhra Pradesh for taking all precautionary measures which should have been taken. At the same time, the Disaster Management Authority also, which has done an excellent work.
Yeah.
So first of all, let me compliment all three.
I think we all agree with that.
Absolutely. As far as the Ratangarh Mata Mandir tragedy is concerned,
Yes.
it is very unfortunate that what happened in 2006, the administration didn't learn from that. Earlier also, from the upstream dam, water was suddenly released. This is a temple which I've been there a number of times.
Yeah. Let's play you those images of the temple while you talk about it.
It's in remote jungle.
Yeah.
And this was one place where all the dacoits at one time used to come and sort of meet and whatever the thing was.
Yeah, it's in the Chambal, broad Chambal belt. Yeah.
It's between Sindh and Chambal.
Yeah.
But it has these ravines. You see, two things. When lakhs of people come in, the whole administration is usually geared up so that the movement of traffic, the movement of pilgrims, because it's a very congested sort of a climb up. That should have been taken. But during this period, during that day, yesterday, the collector was on leave. The SDOP was not there. The SP was not there. And there were only 12 constables who were there. Because of the restricted traffic on the bridge,
Yes.
the tractors and the vehicle traffic was stopped over 4 kilometers away.
Yeah.